Hey guys, I just want to make a real quick video here about why Hela is amazing and why she's extremely important for everybody in the game. Shout out to Fathead for bringing this up, and hopefully we can just kind of use this video as something to point to newer players that don't understand the value of Hela. So first of all, Hela is just amazing. Um, she has awesome abilities. All of them could be tier forward. They're all good abilities. She does really well with Asgardians, but she also does really well just on her own. She's a plug-and-play character. She can be used for any mode. She gets used like almost all the way up to the end game in Arena. She's great for raids. She's insane for Dark Dimensions. She's just overall is just an awesome character, and that alone is great. But there's more to her. One of the reasons she's really good is she has her undead summon, Greg as most people call him. If he dies, it reduces the speed bar of enemies, and he also comes back, and he heals Asgardians. All of that is just amazing. Plus, if the enemies are attacking Greg instead of one of your characters, especially in the harder modes like Dark Dimension 3, that's a huge win, especially if it's like a CM ultimate. That's going to one-shot your characters, but instead it hits Greg, something like that is just massive. So he's a huge part of why Hela is great. So just from that, her kit's just amazing. She's one of the top 10 damage dealers, I believe, even as a controller, which is insane. So she has a bunch of debuffs. Her ult spreads debuffs. Her special causes disruption. So she just has a ton going for her with just her kit. But on top of that, she is the hardest of the Asgardians to unlock and to farm. She has a node that is a little bit hard for new players to get to. And so what ends up happening is she ends up being the kind of hardest farm for Black Bolt. And you could use her for Phoenix. Highly recommend her to use her for Phoenix. You could also use Hand Assassin and Nobu, but Hela was going to make the event way easier, and she's way more of a useful character. So those two characters she'll be used for the actual unlock, and she is the hardest one to get to. And then on top of that, to unlock Maw, you need to have Black Bolt. So you essentially have to have Hela to get Black Bolt, which means you have to have Hela to get Maw. So Hela is hard to get to, but helps you unlock 3 legendaries, which is crazy for one character who's already really good to also unlock 3 legendaries. So there's a few kind of ways to get Hela. One, the easiest way is if you are someone who spends money, you can buy offers for her. The typical offer is, I think, like $30 for 50 shards, which is definitely a large amount of money for just 50 shards. But she's a 45 shard unlock, so that does unlock her. So if you're someone who wants to spend money on this game, that's one of the best ways that you can spend it. We'll talk a little bit more about why it's nice if you can get Hela a little bit early. The other way is to get lucky. I said she's a 45 shard unlock, so it's not unreasonable for you to pull like 3 premium orbs, or a mega orb, or just over time get her from basic orbs. So it is possible to get her unlocked. It's just you're just relying on RNG. And then the final kind of real way is to get her through the campaign. So her node is Villains Chapter 7. Node 6, but before you can even start Villains Chapter 7, you have to have beaten Heroes Chapter 7-1, and you have to be level 70 to try this. And this requires City Heroes, so you need to have some sort of a team build up for that, either Defenders or like some of the symbiotes, like Ghost Rider, stuff like that. And then you have Chapter 7 to try and get to Hela's node. The first 3 nodes require either Hydra, Sinister 6, or AIM. From experiences so far, AIM with Researcher as the 5th is the lowest power required to get through these nodes, and you just need to get through them, so you just need to get 1 star. Hydra can do it a little bit above AIM, but still not super recommended, but only if you have Red Skull for sure. And then Sinister 6 requires a crazy amount of investment. Something like 200k is what I've heard for them, so I highly recommend going after AIM or maybe Hydra. And then for the next 3, you need Villain Mystics. So what is cool about that is if you have Hela, she can be used for these 3 nodes, and so she'll make these 3 nodes a lot easier. But so it's very important to get to this node. And once you get this node, that's typically going to be your hardest node to unlock for all 3 of those legendaries. So it's very, very important to get to this node and start farming Hela. If you can get her to 5-star, that means you can get Black Bolt and Maw. If you can get her to 6-star, that means you can get Phoenix. And on top of that, the other nice thing is if you were to get her, the other character that's a little bit tough to get for some of these unlocks is Loki. And he is in the Mystic campaign, which if you have Hela, you can use her, and this makes this campaign a whole lot easier. So he's the other slightly hard farm, but if you can have Hela, it makes it way easier. So just a quick video on the importance of Hela, why she's really good, and also why she's just one of the most valuable characters in the game, unlocking not only 3 legendaries, but 3 the best legendaries in the game. So let me know if you have any questions, and like I said, shout out to Fathead for bringing this up, and hopefully we can cause people to go after Hela early and get all these characters. So thanks everyone.